so guys, I want to show you what I do. So I get these squeeze nano drops at Curaleaf.
Okay.
And then you squeeze it a little bit until it fills up, and then you drop it in the mocktail. And then, so this is 5 milligrams of THC. And I compared to just having one cocktail, I think I feel a little buzz. It's got that kind of effect, but you can still drive and you're not
medical grade.
Medical grade, yeah, and I get that at the dispensary because I have my medical marijuana card and my medical marijuana
great.
doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've gone to all the dispensaries in South Florida. I love Curaleaf and I love this particular brand, Select.
Wow.
And then I also, you have it over there, but I also do the vapes, and Select has the good vapes too.
And to be clear, these are mocktails. There's no alcohol in these.
Mocktails.
Yeah, we're clean.
Yeah, even the mocktails are plant-based, right?
Yes, the
what are in
mocktails.
these?
Yeah, those are mango-based mocktails. And it's a big thing in the plant-based community. So here at Plant Based Mafia, we don't have liquor.
Delicious.
So the liquors that you think you see are rice-based or wine-based liquors, so they're not traditional liquors. But mocktails are a pretty big thing in the plant-based vegan community.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
So we just started incorporating that into our wine bar.
It's delicious.
Yeah, it's really
excellent.
good. Yeah, you can make pretend you're getting drunk
Right.
and still drive home.
Yeah, exactly. You just empty glass.
Yeah.
And this is what we did in New York, right? Like go to work,
Yeah.
at a happy hour, and it was always like the light bites and the drinks. And I think, our generation, we're a little older than you, that was all we did. And so
Right.
I like now that the younger generation, they have other options. You don't, of course you're going to go to dinner.
Right.
But it's nice to know, even just this, like I'm, being dressed up and meeting with friends, and it's not, so
Right.
it's like your social life doesn't have to die. This is just
Oh,
like it was
absolutely
in
not.
New York,
Yeah.
and this is better because we're actually not poisoning ourselves.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And, I'm actually reducing inflammation anytime you put CBD or THC in it also. So,
Oh, yeah.
Well, we get to sleep more, right? Spend higher quality time in bed, and then instead of in front of the toilet, trying to.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah,
That's
I
right.
enjoy that now.
Yes.
Sleeping.
Exactly.
and I just noticed.
And you don't wake up with some kind of a hangover or anything
Yeah.
awful.
Yes.
It doesn't ruin your next day. You can be productive. I love that I can wake up in the morning and be productive.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about a migraine or a headache or just it ruins your day.
Exactly. And then what I learned yesterday when I went to see my doctor at Ocean Healthcare, they said that I'm type A blood and I should be eating from my blood type, which is actually plant-based.
Yes.
So they say that they do recommend,
I'm O.
I'm as well.
Yeah. We're supposed to be carnivores,
Yes,
but
you're supposed to be carnivore.
I'm not.
And I did the whole kinesiology test and everything where I held up my supplements and he could see what agrees with me and what doesn't. It was really cool.
That's
Yeah.
interesting. That I'd like to look into. That's interesting.
Yeah, and then I found out that, pretty much everything's good. All my levels are great. Everything's wonderful, of course, because I have, no alcohol, no nicotine, no caffeine, and no Lexapro, no anxiety medication anymore, which is really
that's
great.
big, yeah.
So it's good. So I have no risk factors really. But he did say that I have a kidney chi deficiency, which is apparently just from giving more than you receive. And I'm like, how do I fix that?
Wait,
what sign do you have?
A kidney chi? I've never heard of
Yeah, it's a whole belt.
It's an energy thing.
this. Really?
It's an energy thing. So it's
Yeah.
Interesting.
But that's going to keep me focused on my path for the healing, because I met with a couple of healers. I met with one at Atha Yoga.
You
and I
mentioned
met
this
with one
to
in
me,
North
yeah.
Carolina. And they do a lot of things that can reset, like she had me go back to a place where it was hard when I'd separated from Charles almost 5 years ago, and I didn't want to separate from him because I wanted the married life and the kids.
Yes,
And Charles was
yes.
beautiful and we had a beautiful child. And so anyway, I remember I'd filed for divorce and I was taking down wedding photos from the wall, these beautiful wedding photos.
Yeah.
And I was crying, on the floor, ugly crying. And then she said that once I explained that, all my energy had closed. But then she reset my amygdala and did some kind of crazy things. And then when I went back to that place, everything was open again. It's crazy. And
Yeah.
so, I do believe in a lot of this stuff. And I think that's just, I've been on this spiritual journey now for a couple of years. I think it all ties into each other. You feel good, you look good.
Absolutely.
And then starting to do that work on yourself. It's not easy. It's sometimes facing stuff we don't love.
Right.
I think sometimes being from New York, I think I can sometimes have some anger issues. But, it's calming that down. And I think finding places like Atha Yoga, even Hippocrates, when Danny took me there for lunch, had this amazing plant-based lunch. And then you just walk around, you just feel relaxed.
have to check that place out.
Yeah.
It's right in my neighborhood. That's so great.
Yeah, you where you live, you're 15 minutes from there.
Really?
Yeah.
And it's literally like an oasis. It's
Oh
like,
my goodness.
yeah.
I have to look it
It's
up.
like a forest oasis.
Really?
So nice.
Wow, that
Yeah.
sounds great. That's
It's
wonderful.
yeah, it's really, I mean, like what you were talking about, like the plant-based lifestyle.
Right.
It's not just about eating food, it is embracing everything that nature has to offer on an energetic healing level.
Right.
Like every
right.
morning I start my morning outside, 7 a.m., barefoot, in the backyard, sun gazing, deep breathing.
That's
Like
great.
that's the first 30 minutes I start my day with every single day, grounding myself. Gratitude, earth's energy, praying, meditation, breathing, and then stretching. You know, it's like the first 90 minutes every single day I start with self-care. And that's like Michael Chang is this great guy on YouTube who does all this energy flow work.
Right.
So I do energy flow work with his YouTube video every single day.
Really?
Rebounder. I'm on the vibration board. Then I get on the bike for 30 minutes. So it's like every single morning, 90 minutes don't even bother me until I'm done.
You don't look at your phone before that?
I don't look at my phone. I mean, when I wake up, I'll like do a quick glance and then it's like down.
Right.
And then I
That
just
quick glance for me lasts hours.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's just all the noise, like the noise of the world. And once it comes in, it's just like you can't. It's
My
just
anxiety
vicious
won't
cycle.
let me do all that in the morning
Yeah.
for myself. It has to be like later in the day, but it's good. I wish I
I just have. I used to be like, okay, I got to answer this, and now I've just
Right.
come to a place where I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing's gonna change between now and done.
Right.
That's
I
right.
put myself first. Yeah, I don't care.
Unless
Yeah,
you
that's
cooking,
great.
make sure there's no fires to put out.
Yeah.
And even if there is a fire, like if someone else could put it out, I'm like, you put it out, figure it out.
Right.
What I need to do for my health right now is more important than, we don't have enough cups at the restaurant. I don't care. Let someone else handle that fire because I have to, and really it's gonna the way that I'm positioning my schedule, it's 7 to 11, and by 11 a.m., I enter the business world. And that also means meal prep, showering, making sure I have all of my smoothies made, my meals made for the day.
Right.
So those first 4 hours of my morning are dedicated to me, and then I'm settling down by 10 p.m. Start all over again. It's so
Great.
important, yeah.
That's wonderful. And when did you start doing that routine?
That routine, honestly, I started 6 months ago. So I've always went to the gym. I've always worked out, but it's been sporadic. I'll go 3 or 4 times a week. It will be at night. It will be in the morning. Nothing consistent. But then I really started watching, a lot of these energy videos and longevity videos.
Yeah.
And just when you're younger, when you're in your 20s, consistency doesn't really matter that much, right?
Right.
But when you hit 40, consistency and discipline matters more than anything, especially if you want to get into your 60s, 70s, and 80s healthy, and vibrant.
Right.
So you can be an 80-year-old who's vibrant, who's traveling, who's still having sex with his wife or husband or whatever, so you're still active in all of these areas, or you can be an 80-year-old in a wheelchair.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
Your decision. So food puts you into the mess, and food will get you out of the mess.
Right.
And that's how you have to focus.
Hand me the peppers.
I love that.
Sure.
I switch the gnocchi with the peppers.
Let's try the portabella.
Okay.
That is the delicious portabella meal here.
Amazing.
It's so funny. One of the things I actually like about the mocktails too is that, when I first started telling people that I don't drink, or when I meet new people and I tell them I don't drink, and then I go to happy hour, what I commonly people say to me is they say, "Oh, well, you want to go to happy hour, but you don't drink?" And I say, "Well, I drink liquids. I can still go." Because it's funny. They don't want. They think, "Oh, well, you're not going to drink alcohol," and I'm like, "Well, I still can." And then with this is great because something like this, no one questions you. Oh, you're not drinking. What are you doing? It's kind of, it relieves a little bit of that extra.
Sure.
And it makes me actually makes people more comfortable because if they see you have something that maybe it doesn't have alcohol but it looks similar to theirs, they get a little less.
You don't feel so threatened, but I mean that's
right. No, they do.
And you get to enjoy the experience of happy hour. You're also connecting
Absolutely
with people. You're networking.
The reason why you're there, really.
Yeah.
And you don't have FOMO. So for me, that was why I delayed quitting drinking for so long. I'll be honest, in New York, when I was with my, Charles, I knew that we were drinking too much. Like I knew we had to like ramp it down. I mean, New York to me was work hard, play hard. Like yes, I was going to work and everything.